In 1974, Jonathan Demme made his directorial debut under Roger Corman, and they created a women in prison movie, Caged Heat. Released by 101 Films, this fantastic transfer and movie is just awesomeness.
My name's Crazy, honey. What's yours?
Bernice!
It's one of the best women in prison movies that I can think of, because although it is exploitation, although it lives within that subgenre, it's elevated a little bit. It doesn't go for the easy box ticking exercises as you get in other movies. It does a little bit more, a little bit better. At the start of this, we see a heist going wrong, and our lead is captured, sentenced to 10 years in prison.
I feel no regret in sentencing you to a term of no less than 10, nor more than 40 years.
And when she gets there, she discovers this array of wonderful characters that we're going to meet throughout the movie. We get the bad, say, almost faceless guards, and we get Barbara Steele as the governess of this penitentiary, a woman who is so repressed and oppressive that she just rules the roost with brutality, with punishment. She says it herself. In this place, they rehabilitate and they punish.
No, we punish here as well as correct.
And they certainly do. And later on in the movie, we discover a doctor who's doing some things that, well, doctors shouldn't really do. You know, taking advantage of some of the inmates and taking some liberties operationally as he kind of gets them to do things that are experimentation on these people, because they are the kind of lost aspect of society, and there's all these things going on while still being exploitation. It does these fun things of creating fun characters, tough situations, harsh living environments, and does it with a good amount of nudity, which is kind of synonymous with women in prison movies. But there is a lot of wonderful touches in this, and I'm talking directorial wise. We get a wonderful dolly down the various cells. We get a fight scene that goes all the way through the shower room, which is really well shot in a condensed space. We get an almost abstract, very arty, nightmarish sequence midway through the movie that has no right being in this film. But my goodness, does it highlight some fun proclivities that the director may have by including this into the story. I kind of like Caged Heat because of its unpredictability. I never expected this movie to turn into be a road movie in the final third of the film, as we follow a trio of people on the run looking to make a better life for themselves. There's so many fun things going on in Caged Heat. I love the women in prison genre, and I really do feel that this is kind of pinnacle of that era, because it does have a wonderful story, because it kind of shows the hardships and some of the wrongdoings that are happening in here without amplifying them and creating an almost caricatured situation. It feels as if it's something that's really tense and dreadful and just there to punish, wear down and destroy that person.
It's just one of those mornings.
It doesn't feel as if there's much of the rehabilitation here. It all feels doom and gloom. Now, Barbara Steele gives a kind of weird performance. I can't say that it's great.
My Lord! It's no! Fetch me my baggy trousers!
But it's memorable as a warden who is very repressed, who is very buttoned up. She's got these massive glasses, she's in a wheelchair, she looks very demure and diminutive, but she rules the roost with an iron fist, and it's just such a fun character. When it gets to the blood and the action there is later on, it's really well set up and executed, and even for a low budget movie, it packs one hell of a punch. I loved checking this one out. Caged Heat was tremendous fun. One that I can highly recommend picking up. 70s, exploitation, all kinds of goodness. Yes. Well done 101 Films for releasing this fantastic film. I would love to know your thoughts on Caged Heat if you have seen it. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this really fun movie. As always, there's more content up here. If you fancy watching any of those videos, give them a click. Helps me out. And while you're wanting to help me out, hit the like button, because that's just fantastic as well. And remember, in the description box there is links to the Patreon or the membership program where you can join me and help support this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for Man v Film.